What kind of gravy are you stirring up today, Drifts and Lifts?
What's up guys, it's Drifts and Lifts here. Welcome back to the Drifts and Lifts Epic Volvo Drift YouTube channel. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, please do, because we got a couple kinds of gravy I'm making tonight. Stirring up 2 batches. We got a bit of Cummins gravy and a little bit of Volvo gravy as well. So I guess I'll get right into it. I picked up these new wheels for the blue Cummins. So I was scrolling on Marketplace on Facebook last night and I found these for $150. They are 16.5 by 10s and they got some pretty beefy tires. So these are 33s. The tread's not very good. You can still drive on them, but you're not really for off-roading. I just basically want something cooler than the stock wheels to throw on the blue Cummins over there. So this guy, I got him down to $100 and he didn't have anything to do today, so he actually came and dropped them off for $120. He was about 45 minutes away, so thanks to that guy. His name was Sean. Now I'm going to go throw these on the blue Cummins. So this should look pretty sweet. 33 is still doable on a stock 2-wheel drive truck as far as ride height goes. Alright guys, after a bunch of messing around, we got these wheels on. I'm pretty stoked how it looks, I'll be honest. But for $100, how much better you can make your truck look, it's kind of cool, right? So I'm really digging that. Fucking imagine if this thing was a flatbed with a stack and some turned up fuel, and yeah, that's pretty much all you need to go for now. Alrighty, so we're just over at Christian here. We also got Tim. I need to scrap this car pretty soon. Alright, so we got some weirdness going on. This car had this weird like switch wired in, and now that I'm looking at it, there's a lot more than a switch here. So take a look at this. This is like all to do with the security system. I'm not stoked about that because there's so much rat's nest wiring with this. I have no clue. So potentially something could have gone wrong in here. I don't really know where to start, to be honest, but what I'll do is I can eliminate the switch at least. I'll take these wires where the switch went to and I'll put them together and see if that works. Maybe the switch just went bad, or there's something more to it and all this shit. Oh god, that's not good. Yeah, I almost guarantee the reason this car doesn't run is something to do with this alarm system thing. Alright, so no luck guys. When I first turned on the ignition, the alarm was going off, and then I touched those 2 wires together and the alarm went off. So it turned off and it stopped flicking the hazards. But still, when you go to start it, no luck. So I'm honestly not too sure. Alright, so while I was at it, I figured because I had jumper cables in the truck and I can just park it right here, I'd start Miss Huff up. So here, let's check out this new Kale Racing crank pulley. There she is. Looks pretty good. So I'm just letting Miss Huff idle. Dan set all the timing all proper again now that we have the new pulley on. And yeah, so Miss Huff is good to go. This thing's ready to throw down some laps. I figure I'll just let it idle here, get that battery charged. And then we can just take a quick moment here and appreciate that lumpy fucking idle. Oh, I love the smell of this car. It smells like a race car. Alrighty guys, so it is the next day. Alright, so what we're doing right now is last night I got a random message on Instagram from a buddy of mine, and he's like, yo man, I have a Volvo 960 1996 that needs to be taken away because basically it has a bent control arm on it, and I don't know if they tried to drift it and it hit a curb or something. But it's not good to drive on the street, like it's all sketchy alignment, and I guess they just need it out of there. So he said I can have it for $80. That's basically what a wrecker would pick it up for anyways. So I'm gonna head out to Vancouver, about an hour and a half drive. I'm gonna unload Miss Huff off the trailer right now, and I'm gonna go pick this this new car up. So 80 bucks for a 960. If it needs a control arm, I'm not too sure if the 740 control arms are the same. We'll figure that out when we get there. But regardless, 80 bucks for a car, I may as well go pick it up. Maybe, just maybe, if all it needs is a control arm and it's pretty straightforward to fix, oh, that'll probably be the new river beater. Rather than spending time in fixing Edna, I could have an inline 6 river beater with a bit more power. That'd be cool. Or I don't know, we'll figure it out. Kyle, my good friend Kyle Best, is buying the white car sitting across the road over there. So Christian is going to Kyle. He's going to get it running, selling it to him for 250 bucks, basically what I bought it for. And yeah, so let's get Miss Huff off the trailer and then we'll head out and get a new car. As if I need another Volvo, eh? How many Volvos do I have? I just got rid of the 940. Oh yeah, I didn't even tell you guys that. I sold the 940 to my friend Reese. Too many cars. I'm gonna worry about like the off-road shit because we have a lot of fun doing that. And yeah, it's just how it's going. Oh, what's that? A Volvo? All right guys, so here's the 960. I paid $80 for it. So I want to give a shout out to my man TJ, the guy I picked this up off of. Very generous of him. This car is actually really nice. He said he's owned it for like 3 or 4 years. He's been through some things with it, like he's done some maintenance. He's actually driven it around quite a bit. So if we go over to the other side, man, this thing's honestly super clean. It's insane. Like $80 is a really good deal for this. So if we go over to this side, you'll see that oh, sorry, you can't see shit because there's no light. I'm sorry. Oh, here, let's bring the phone light out for you guys. There we go. Maybe something. So as you can see, this wheel's all broken. What happened is he tried to drift it, slid into a curb, understeered into a curb, and he actually bent the lower control arm. So I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a lower control arm. So it is bent. That's the only thing that is bent though. I believe everything else stayed intact. Unfortunately, I can't go into my big parts bin and pull out a 740 control arm because they are different. The 960s are a little different. So I'm gonna have to fix this before driving it because the alignment's like way out and it feels, I drove it down the road and it feels like really wonky. But yeah, I actually started it up. The battery is quite dead. We had to charge it for a bit and it started really good, and this motor seems to run uber smooth. I just said uber, that was interesting. Here, I may as well fire it up for you guys. Make this video more interesting. Oh, sorry. Where'd I put the key? Okay, let's see. See if she fires up for me, see if the battery charged. All right, a little weak on the battery, but I had it running there for quite a while, so it's already warm. These motors are smooth. And I could imagine with like no muffler, this thing would sound pretty raunchy. Should we straight pipe this and put bigger tires on it, guys? This would be quite the river beater, but the only problem is the radiator I noticed in the 960s hangs down really far, and it would totally get smashed up if you were to off-road this. So maybe you could remedy that, put a smaller 740 rad in, but then maybe it won't be enough flow for the 960 motor. Tough to say. This thing runs really good though, so I'm gonna try to find a control arm for it and then I'll make my decision. Let me know in the comments what you guys think I should do with it. Alrighty guys, so I just got back into town last night, obviously, so I figured I'd finish off the video today when we have a bit of light so I can really showcase, show you guys this car. I actually haven't even seen it, really gave it a good look in the light yet, so we are seeing a couple flaws that I didn't notice before, but for an $80 car, that is well to be expected. So looks like I got a little bit of some sort of fender bender here that got peeled off a bit. The car is honestly in really good shape. Like, I'm not going to complain too much. I'm more or less thinking that I'm probably going to end up fixing and trying to sell this car. Volvos are not going for a lot of money these days. I see them online, and the ones that are priced like $1,000 aren't really selling. Guys that are pricing them, you know, oh, my Volvo's worth $2,500. Well, you're never gonna fucking sell that thing, no matter what kind of Volvo it is. It's just like, not many, us Volvo guys are really cheap bastards, in my opinion. So, you know, all of us are looking for the $150 to $500 cars. Maybe there's some guys that actually pay good money for Volvos, but you know. Okay, let's take a little walk around this car. So like this side of the car is actually really nice. Little scratch here. It's nothing really to complain about, more or less. Little scratch there. So this side's got a temporary spare on it, but TJ actually like included 8 wheels and tires for this thing. So he's got a set of winters as well as the stock wheels. And as you guys can, oh, actually, you know what? This was probably damaged when he hit the curb. Now that I got a bit better light, let's take a look here. So you can really see that control arm's bent. Oh yeah, for sure. It's got a big bow in it. Interesting. This knuckle design is a lot different than the 740s. So I'm gonna have to find a 960 car in the junkyard to pull parts from, because usually I could just go into the garage and pull it out, but that is not the case. Everything's different. So I've never really taken a really good look at the rear suspension on these things. It's interesting to say the least. Independent. I don't even know where the spring is. Like, huh. Trippy. So I guess this is an MK2 960 Mark II, so it's a 96. So this one doesn't have the Nivomat self-adjusting, self-leveling shock, expensive shocks that the earlier models of the 960 had. I don't know. Let's take a better look in this interior. The interior is really nice. There's like, you know, there's some of this on the door panels. Same with that other door panel, but like even the seats are actually in good shape. There isn't really any rips in them. Let's see here. Okay, we got something going on here. Yeah, so like any old car, old Volvo that we pick up, a couple flaws, but honestly, not a bad car. Seems to be in pretty decent shape for $80. So yeah, so what the plan is for this car, guys, you're probably all wondering. And all you guys that commented on my Instagram picture of this, I appreciate your opinions and what you guys think would be cool for this car. But I'll say right now, I'm leaning towards fixing it and trying to resell it for, you know, $800 or something like that. Make a couple bucks off it. Well, times the price by 10, but even if you times it by 10, that's still not a bad deal for a good running and driving 960. So yeah, let's take a look in the trunk here. What do we got in here? We got some, look at that, we got some oil, 540 synthetic. We got some coolant. We got another tire. I don't know if this is, okay, that's a factory 960 wheel. So that's cool. Tire's really nice on that, actually. Oh man, I'm like dancing around right now. I just got back from the gym. I really gotta take a piss. Okay guys, so that's pretty much a wrap up of today's video. So next video we'll probably try to pull this thing off the, we got a lot of stuff to do, to be honest. So I'm trying to sell this truck. I'm just way too low on cash. I'm trying to get $4 grand for this. I'd be happy with that. What I think, if it doesn't sell quickly, I'm going to chop this whole box thing off. Then I'm gonna paint all the sides and make it look a little nicer. Maybe go under and like paint the frame black, just make it look cleaner, spray some rust repellent spray everywhere. Just clean the thing up, and maybe I'll actually get Aaron to weld a piece of sheet metal into the floorboard over here. On the for sale ad, people are really scared of rust, you know, like a lot of people, if they see rust on a vehicle, they're just like, nope, not happening. Me, on the other hand, I've had so many rusty vehicles, it really doesn't bother me. It's just a little bit of rust, like, you know, all you gotta do is cut right here, put a fucking sheet in, get your buddy to weld it up. I mean, there's a little bit of prep work. You got to make it all weldable. You're not going to be able to rust or weld onto this rusty surface. But you know, if you want to do the cheap and easy way, you can literally just spray it all with rust like paint, and then like rivet a piece of sheet metal in. You could also do that. That's a cheap and easy way. Yeah, so that's basically the plan for the channel, guys. And then I do want to turn up the fuel on this truck. I don't know if that would help the sale or make it worse. Some people might like that. Some people might think it's a hot rodded, abused old truck, which, looking at the thing, I mean, it's not exactly, it hasn't been treated super nice its whole life, but as far as the engine running and the tranny shifting, shifts and runs like a dream. So, and hey, that's really all we're looking for when we're getting a 12 valve Cummins with a 5-speed. Because that's the heart of the truck. That's what these things are worth. Like the Dodge is, you know, it's really just a body on, it's a shipping crate, as they like to call it. So yeah, there's a 960, there's a Cummins. That's basically what's coming for the channel. Let's start it up and let's take a look under the hood. I didn't really look. Hopefully it starts actually, because the battery is pretty bad on this thing. See, she's dead. So yeah, I gotta let this thing charge up. I gotta let it run for a while, one of these days, and just charge her up. So I'm gonna have to jump that. Well, fuck it. Let's take a look under the hood, anyways. Oh, hey there. So yeah, I forget if I looked under here last night. I think I did. But this motor's actually really clean. Like, it doesn't leak oil or anything, as far as I know. I haven't really looked underneath too closely, but these white block motors are pretty cool, actually. They are, this is the 3-liter, or the 2.8, or the 3, yeah, the 3-liter version. So this is the most powerful one. I believe it makes like 210 horse. TJ, he's like, man, this car actually rips really good. And I honestly don't doubt that. They're probably, you know, a nice smooth power band, peak power at like 6,000 or something. So they rev out nicely. Good flow, I'm sure. 24 valve inline 6. TJ was even saying he got the timing belt replaced on this at one point. So like, TJ drove this for like 4 years and he did upkeep it as he went. So cool, which is awesome, because 960s are a luxury car, and you know, you gotta treat them like that when you're maintaining them. There might be a couple more extra things you got to do. But yeah, I'll leave you there, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and like and subscribe, and like and subscribe, and like and subscribe for Volvo gravy. Peace out, guys.